Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So we got another Let's Do Deals. This is the off-market mobile home deals. Okay. Now we have quite a bit of more inventory as usual. Always talking about opportunities. Opportunities are everywhere. I mean, the networking. I can't say enough about you should be networking. You should be connecting. This week, it's only Tuesday, and I've already had 5 different park operators that have reached out to me with, "Hey, I got this coming up," which that when they say I have this coming up typically means somebody's going to get evicted or somebody's selling. Bottom line is there's an opportunity. So, I stress on that idea because like this is where our inventory comes in from is you build credibility with the same people, same investors, same people all over and over. A customer is a one time and done. A client is a continued person that keeps doing business with you over and over, regardless if it's a service or a product. So that's what we attract and that's what we're going for. So opportunities are coming. Tomorrow alone, I got to go look at a piece of property that is zoned for mobile homes. As a matter of fact, they are welcoming a mobile home, which is not very common. Most city counties, they're kind of cringe at mobile homes, but this specific area, they're more than happy to take one. So we're going to go out and check that out and definitely see what we can do with it. That would be a land package, which we'll cover more on that later throughout the week. But it's an opportunity. There's one more opportunity coming. I mean, we may put a camper on there for a little while if they allow us, okay? Then bring the mobile home. So you just got to get creative. And that's what I want to go over tonight is 2 different deals that are on the spreadsheet. Both of them we've converted from being available to every investor and or student to where we're rehabbing them directly now. Don't forget the spreadsheet that y'all look at the deals on is the same sheet that I invest directly out of. So that being said, is I want to cover a couple of those units and break down the numbers. Again, to get that idea, and people think about investing, but it's those numbers that really have to make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'll turn the camera over, of course, for Instagram joining us on here. But all right. So one of these, both of these, one is in Macon, one is in Albany, Georgia. Both of them have came in. The one in Macon we decided to keep for the creativity, which is what we talk about all the time. It's not one and done anywhere where I can stretch that out and it makes sense. The numbers have to make sense. So sometimes holding on to a property, it does not mean not getting paid enough or quickly enough, but it can be a longer term passive income. And that's what we're aiming for. Now, there's many times when I've started with something that I thought, hey, let's do a short term rental, maybe 1 month type of rental, and then we'll convert it into a lease option or rent to own, or let's flip it, etc. Example, Dublin, Georgia, going on 3 years, and those have been rentals. Why? Because they keep on producing money. There's no reason for us to say, hey, let's go ahead and convert these to an ending. That's what happens when you do rent to own or lease options. Yes, those are wonderful options, but they have an end date. I don't like end dates. End dates for a lot of things is a good thing, but not payments wise. I want to keep getting it paid. So anyway, that's what we plan out. That's what we're playing around with when we think about numbers, creativity, etc. The first one I want to go over is the numbers. And one thing to keep in mind is no deal is the same. No investment is the same. But as long as the numbers check out according to your standards, if it's a deal, then go for it. Bottom line, right? Some people may say, I'm not going to play around with those numbers. That's not the high enough returns for me, etc. Again, up to you. Macon, Georgia. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single wide. Looks rougher than it is. And it always does when the exterior of a mobile home is nasty, mildew, is dirty, etc. You drive up to it and think, eyesore, right? Well, that's plenty fine, though. One thing to remember, if this was livable, if this was presentable, it probably would not be a deal to us. Something move-in ready is not what we invest in. We are investors. So we buy wholesale and then we sell retail. Okay. 2-bedroom, 1-bath. This area is hot for rentals, has always been, will probably forever be. Okay. It's rental rates in the area is $725. Lot rent it's $375, and we were asking $7,000 for as sitting on here. $7,000 into the home. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Now, we're not right at 7,000, but that's the number I'm going to use for this example, these numbers. Okay, all into the mobile home for 7,000. It is going to be 2,000 for the rehab. Now, the rehab does consist of the material and the labor, which I'll go through a couple of these pictures here in a couple minutes. And then there's the 500 hold. The holding is always the utilities, the insurance, the lot rent if I have to pay, which I have not had to on this one. But again, we're adding all these numbers together. I add every number down to the penny because I want to see real, true, factual ROIs. What is my return on my investment? I don't consider any type of investment returning any type of returns until it pays me off. Once I'm paid off in full, that's a return that starts coming in. So keep that in mind as well. But 7,000 all into the mobile home, 2,000 for the rehab slash labor and material, and 25 and 500 for holding. You are at 9,500 in this mobile home. Okay. We're going to turn around and rent it out for 12 months, 1 year on a month-to-month basis for 725. Now at 725 minus the lot rent, which is 375, we're down to 350. So that's the net in a sense. Now, obviously, it is a rental, so keep that in the back of your head. Things may break something, it's all how you put it together. And a lot of that too could be how you write your lease agreement. Even though it is a rental, we're probably going to go ahead and throw the idea of opportunities to come for whoever the tenant is, as to you have a chance to buy it in 12 months. We're going to convert it into, but it may mean that the maintenance may need to be done by them. So again, you're thinking creativity from every angle. That's what you're trying to do. But 350 a month net times 12 months, 1 year is 4,200. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing about that is that after a year, we still own the mobile home. We can still turn around and sell for 20K if we want to, maybe come in and touch it up. And again, you continue to own this asset and it continues to produce money. So that's what we're always thinking about. After the 1 year, we will convert it to a lease option, but we'll require a 4,000 down payment. So the following year, which we'll probably put around tax time around sometime where we can push it in there to get a down payment of $4,000. You got to keep in mind with the markets. That'll be at that point 4,000 down payment, and we'll make the payments probably around 750 or 775 because now it is an opportunity for them to own it. Okay, we're giving them that opportunity then. So all in all, in those numbers, if you add them together, is originally we were saying 19,000 ARV. That's about what the numbers you're seeing projecting in those areas. If I do this method that I just said, and hey, after a year, I may decide let's do another year as a rental. Let's just keep making that passive income, and then we'll convert later on. So opportunities there. But if I do it the method I just mentioned, that would be 4,200 for the first year that I get, plus a deposit, of course. And then I would get a 4,000 down payment, and we'll stretch that to, which total of that would be 24,200. ROI percentage on that's around 154, 55%. Again, is that a good deal? Okay, that is up to you. The mobile home on the exterior, that's a simple skirting we're going to fix on that. We're going to pressure wash this. When you pressure wash vinyl siding on a mobile home, I mean, they look good as new. It's a beautiful thing. All you have to do is get pressure washing company, which is part of our estimate that we have, by the way, at this time. But on the inside, the interior, it's minimal. It's cleanup. I know we got one busted window in the kitchen somewhere, so that's got to be replaced. But everything else is basically touch up, clean up, put back together, make it presentable, off to the market. Okay, this one is being rehabbed as we speak now. So we're hoping by this weekend it's on the market, and that's what we do. Okay, I want to show y'all one more that just came in, and as soon as it came in, we jumped on it. We jumped on it because we had a crew in the area that needed work. Bottom line, hey, I love people that need work and are willing to work. Those are the ones that we get along with. So we got Albany, Georgia, which that is a hot area. That is where we have Airbnb mobile homes. Now, that's not the same community as this one is, but it's not far from it. Same area, same maintenance, same crew, so we're just able to do the same thing. This one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a 97 14 by 70. I believe it's a Fleetwood. 97 14 by 70. So it's a nice, decent home. It'd be better if it was a 16 by 80, but this is fair enough because it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Remember, more value, higher rents, higher sales, more bedrooms. That's how you do it. Okay, not granite countertops. So I keep hearing that. No, that's not how you add value. But anyway, lot rent on this one is $300 a month. It does not include anything, so utilities would be all in for the resident or the buyer. Resale value, we have it around 21,000 as of now, and asking 12K. So I got this mobile home, and this is where I'm going to put the breakdown, right? All the breakdown into, you know what? Okay. 7,500 is what we got into this mobile home. Now, this one and the previous home are going to be the same or around the same similar numbers, but you're going to see the returns and the differences. And that's what we'll talk about when we say no deal is the same, no investment is the same. But if they both produce passive income, that's what I'm after. So on this one here, 7,500 for the home. The rehab is going to be 1,500, which again includes the material and the labor. The biggest thing that this home needs is a cleanup and paint again. Apparently, the previous people who lived there, they smoked inside. So When people smoke inside of mobile homes, the ceilings turn yellow for one, and the walls just have a nasty stain to them. So that's something we're going to come in and clean that up and put a fresh new coat of paint, clean it up, and it'd be good to go. So 1,500 on this one includes the material and the labor. And again, 500. 500 is typically my go-to for holding, unless there's something crazy going on. I mean, lot rent, I won't have to pay until April, so we're pushing that down into that. But then you got insurance, you got the water, which we just put on today, you got electricity, which we just put in today. So those little things add up slowly but surely. All in this mobile home, the same as the previous one, $9,500. Now, difference between this one and that one is that this, again, is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We're going to go ahead and rent. This is a hot area, hot market. I'm not going to furnish this one. I'm not going to go Airbnb. I still love Airbnb, but we're trying to transition into something a little bit differently, which we got campers for. We'll talk about here in a few minutes as well, and opportunities we got there. So I'll go ahead and it does have some appliances in it now. So we'll leave those in their stove, fridge, that sort of thing. But again, it's not going to be fully furnished. It's not going to be an extended stay, Airbnb, nothing like that. It's going to be a rental, right? It's going to be a rental. We're going to shoot for 12 months to rent this one at $750. Now, $750 minus the $300 lot rent is $450. So higher number. I like those numbers. $450 times 12 months. Okay, it's an average of about $5,400, right? $5,400. Then we turn around and flip it after the first year, or we go ahead and do a lease option. But if so, we're going to require a $5,000 down payment on this one, which means we would already have $11,400 in total in the 13th month, if that's how we do it. And we'll turn around and sell then for $25,000. If this method goes through, like what we're talking about, and it should, you're talking about a full return on $30,400. So ask yourself from a standpoint again. Numbers, okay? Does it make sense? 9,500 all in to get 30,400, right? ROI, you're looking around 220%. So, and I can keep going with these. This deal is getting creative. You got to get creative. Some of these deals, the mobile home itself may be a little higher. The markets may produce higher nets, however. So you kind of got to pay attention to those. I paid more for this mobile home, but I got to pay less rent. There's lot rent here is actually half of what it is somewhere else. So I pay attention to those numbers because this one here is going to produce $450 a month. That's more the type of numbers I like to be in. 400 to 600 is about where I like to be in. But again, it has to do a lot with the markets. You cannot come in and say, well, I'm going to go ahead and charge $1,000 a month. That's not going to work out long. Why? Because the market does not allow for it. There's a reason. Okay, there's a reason why there's rental rates in the area. So that's what we're working on these two. Let me, there are a few that we uploaded and a few more mobile homes that are coming as well. So there is one in Byron, Georgia. This one, I think we went over slightly last week, but I want to talk about this one a little bit more, and then we'll go into a couple of announcements here as well. Byron, Georgia. Now, this one is not inside of the community, but it's going to be treated very much like it. The piece of land that it's on, the individual that owns it is going to rent it out. He's going to play landlord, which means that he'll supply, everything that's needed and treat it again like a mobile home park. Now, the nicer thing about something like this is a lot of people like more what they say privacy. Oh, if the yard was bigger, if it was a little more private, I don't want to be in a community. We get a lot of those people. So there is a high demand for that, as well as somebody willing to pay more if it's on a more privacy, if you will, right? This one here is an 84 14 by 60. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but it has an addition on it as well. This would be a perfect for a rental in this area as well. The addition does need some work for sure. The ceilings, but again, those are, I've had an extension before where it needed so much work that I decided let's remove the extension. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not trying to replace it. There's too much going on that one. It was already a 3-bedroom mobile home. Get rid of it, right? But that is a good way to add value, is if you have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in the community, or the landlord allows you to add an extension to the mobile home, you're adding another bedroom, right? You're adding value. Instead of $700 a month, maybe it's $750, $775 a month instead of $20,000 and maybe $23,000. So you see how the numbers add up. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to go through any more of these here. If you do not have access to this spreadsheet and just now joining us, send us an email. Here, go ahead and put it on the comments for you Instagram people. Garcia, and we will add you too. As a matter of fact, I know our team sent a mass email earlier, basically asking who wasn't part of our email campaign, because we do send all throughout the week. We're sending updates, coaching events coming, whether it's virtual, live in person, hot deals. We still send those from time to time. We'll come into the spreadsheet and we'll pick one deal that we just make it that much better off. So, those are great opportunities for any of you looking for your first or next deal. Okay. Let's talk about real quick. I want to talk about the one event coming up and one thing we're working on. So here we go. Campers. We keep talking about campers and extended stay and Airbnb, and we have transitioned from Airbnb into now extended stay. Okay. That's kind of what we're working on at this time. And we have two campers that we're doing it on. We're finally getting the last of setup. It's stretching a little bit more than we want, but again, it's kind of the first trial of what we're trying to put together on something like that. We already have an event set up for April 15th, and it's going to be limited on people that can attend. Campers are small. That's a very quiet community where they're at. We're going to do the extended stay. We may convert it to Airbnb later. We're playing around with these two, but they're the bigger of campers. The nice thing about campers is they got everything in them. Kitchen setup, the bedroom setup. We don't have to furnish it. It's kind of already set that way. So we got those two going on there. Now we have mentioned that there's other pads in that same community. So if that's something you're trying to get into as campers and you're in Georgia or you want to be in Georgia and you say, well, where can I park my camper that I can do the same concept? Because the one thing that I know a lot of investors are going to struggle is being able to get into a community this way and say, I want to sublease. They don't like it. Park operators, park managers, unless they really know you, you have that relationship, you're not going to bring a camper and start renting it out. That just doesn't ring very well. So, in Griffin, Georgia, if that's an area you want to focus on, we have 3 current pads available at this time, which are side by side where my campers are going to be at. But we are looking at 2 more campers next week. So the goal is to fill those 5 pads. After those 5 pads, we're going to revisit back with the city, with the county, and see if we can add additional pads. So we're always thinking, we're always trying to grow. Will it be done? I don't know. Will the city approve it? I think we've already stretched as much as we could, and they've said yes, but it's getting to those points where questionable. But we'll see. All we can do is ask. So if anybody wants something like that, or join us and come out and learn what we're doing with the whole extended stay, like I mentioned, April 15th, we're going to be holding that event where it's going to be step by step how we set up the campers, the transportation, how to set up the leases, okay, how to deal with the operators, et cetera, et cetera. So that I don't think that event is even listed now, but I think 8 people have already signed up for that one. So 15 people tops max. That's all we can allow out there. And it's just because, again, small campers are small. You can't fit many people. Let me see. And one more thing, completely lost my mind there. So yes, great events. We got so many things happening. Deals, opportunities are coming back to back. So let me see real quick. Any comments? That'll be in Griffin, Georgia. So that's where that event is going to be, Griffin, Georgia. That's going to be the campers, April 15th. Like I said, it's not listed on I think it's listed on our social media now, which you can always visit GarciaMHU.com and you'll be able to see all of our social media there. It's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, but if you are interested in that one, joining April 15th, it's half a day. I mean, it's from around 9 in the morning to probably 1 p.m. It's going to be a great event out there. Definitely one more strategy that you can learn and you can definitely take out and implement. So join us on that one. Send us an email. We'll send you details on that. Let me see. I think that's all I have for coaching. The group coaching is coming. Yes, I know I keep getting asked. No, I'm not coaching directly one-on-one at this time. Okay, but it is going to be a group coaching that is starting out. If some of you are new and are trying to get into mobile home investing, join us Sunday night. Sunday night at 8 p.m. every Sunday. I'm on there live here on Instagram. 30 minutes free. It's all about you. So bring your questions on here. I'd be happy to help you as well. I had sent a few emails a while back about who wanted to get coached directly. A lot of people signed up for that one. And then once we approached them, they said, well, I don't really have enough questions for this or that. Like, look, you can make excuses or you can get results. It's one or the other. So, no dumb question can be asked. Bring it on here. All right. That's going to do it for this evening. Let's do deals. So connect with us. If you do not have access to our spreadsheet, like I said, just reach out to us and we'll be sure to share it with you. So thank you all for joining me. Have a good evening.